Hi friends, welcome to a new video of the chapter current electricity, which is the most important chapter for NEET. It is the part 7 video lecture, part 7 of the chapter. In this video lecture we are discussing combination of resistors 2. Okay, in the previous video lecture part 6 we discussed the basics of combination of resistors. So we are directly going into the lecture. This lecture I am starting with a note. First point, three identical resistors are connected in the form of a triangle. Effective resistance between the ends of any side and between the ends of any median that we have to find. In the form of a triangle, three identical resistors are connected. Okay, these are 2 points A, B across any side. Okay, we can select side AB or side BC or side AC, and just assume if we are selecting the side AB, just assume current entering at A and current entering at B. So I is the current entering at A, so that current I should leave from B. Okay, I should leave from B. So this current I splits into two pieces, right? I1 and I2. This current I splits into two pieces, I1 and I2. This I1 will pass through these two resistors. Okay, all resistors are identical. This I1 will pass through these two resistors, same current pass, so series connection. And a different current I2 passes through the resistance are in the arm AB, so it is parallel to the 2R in series. So we can say here 2R. R series 2R parallel with R. So using equation of R effective, R1 R2 by R1 plus R2, we will get 2R into R by 2R plus R is 3R, 1R is cancelled, 2R by 3 is the effective resistance. Okay. And next B, median. Corners A, B, C, all resistors are identical. What do you mean by median? Median is actually a line connecting vertex and the midpoint of opposite side. Line connecting vertex and the midpoint of opposite side, that is the median for an equilateral triangle. Okay, so here we just assume, as we did the current I entering at C. Okay, and that current I should leave from here. Okay, so the total resistance of AB is R. So total resistance of the half of AB should be R by 2, and here also it is R by 2. So I reaching at C divides into two pieces, right? You can give I1 and I2. Just an assumption. Okay, that assumption I am writing here. Okay, I1 and I2. This I1 will pass through this R and here R by 2. And on the right side also the I2 passes through R and here R by 2. So we can say R and R by 2 series here and R by 2 series here. R by 2 series. R series with R by 2, then we have to add, we will get 3R by 2. Okay, here it is 3R by 2, here also 3R by 2. So we can say 3R by 2 parallel with 3R by 2. Okay, if identical resistors are parallel, we can say what is R effective here. 3R by 2 comes 2 times in parallel, so R effective equal to 3R by 2 by 2, we will get 3R by 4. Okay, we studied that identical resistors when comes in parallel, R parallel equal to what? R by n. If R comes n times in parallel, then R parallel equal to R by n. Here 3R by 2 comes 2 times in parallel, so effective resistance is 3R by 2 by 2, that is 3R by 4. Okay, note point number 2. 4 identical resistors are connected in the form of a square. 4 identical resistors are connected in the form of a square. Effective resistance between the ends of any side and be any diagonal. Effective resistance between the ends of any side and between any ends of diagonal. So we can draw a square made using 4 identical resistors. Here also. All resistors are same, identical. Can you find effective resistance in each case? By pausing the video, try to find. Okay. Between the ends of any side. So I am selecting the lower side. You can select any side. Okay. Here it is A. This is B. Current entering to A. That current should leave from B. So we can say R. These 3 resistors are in series. So 3R on the upper arm and 1R on the lower arm, that is parallel to 3R. So 3R parallel to R, we can use the equation R effective R1 R2 into R1 plus R2 R1 R2 3R into R by R1 plus R2 is 4R and so is 3R by 4 here. Effective resistance between the ends of any side. And what about here? Between the ends of any diagonal. This is the diagonal, right? That is the diagonal. So these will be the points. These are the points A and B. You can give PQ, whatever. Okay, A and B. So we can say here R and R are series and these are series. So here you will get 2R and here also you will get 2R. So 2R parallel with 2R. Then R effective equal to 2R comes 2 times in parallel. So 2R by 2, R effective equal to R. Third point of the note. A wire of resistance. A wire of resistance capital R is turned into a circular coil. A wire of resistance capital R is turned into a circular coil. Then what is the resistance of an arc? resistance of an arc with center angle theta. We have a wire of resistance capital R. This is turned into a circular coil. It is made into a circular coil. Okay, whose radius is small r. Radius is small r. And we have to find resistance of an arc with a center angle theta. So we are selecting an arc here. This is the arc, R arc, resistance of arc whose center angle is theta. This we have to calculate, find. What is the resistance of this arc only? We know that the resistance of the total circular arc is equal to R, because it is made using a wire of resistance capital R. So we can say for 2 pi r length resistance is capital R. For the circumference resistance is capital R. And for the small length, for the arc, we can say length of arc. For length of the arc, resistance is R arc. Resistance is R arc, and I am dividing these two cases. 2 by 1. Then we will get R arc by capital R equal to, total resistance equal to L arc by 2 pi r. What is the equation to find length of arc? That is r theta. R theta by 2 pi r. To find length of arc, the normal equation is L equal to r theta. So length of arc is given, r theta, r cancel. So r arc by r equal to theta by 2 pi, and resistance of arc equal to what? R theta by 2 pi. Resistance of arc equal to what? R theta by 2 pi. Then what will be the resistance of the remaining arc? What will be the resistance of remaining arc? Center angle of the remaining arc, center angle of the remaining arc will be 2 pi minus theta. Am I right? Total 2 pi, 360 degree. This arc makes theta angle, so the remaining arc should make 2 pi minus theta. So resistance of the remaining arc, R arc dash, resistance of the remaining arc, R arc dash, should be equal to R into whose angle is 2 pi minus theta divided by 2 pi. This is the resistance of remaining arc. R arc dash equal to R into 2 pi minus theta by 2 pi. Resistance of an arc with center angle theta is given by equation R theta by 2 pi. Okay. For example, if this theta is 90 degree, if this theta is 90 degree, R arc equal to R into, for theta equal to pi by 2. Okay. R arc we will get what? R into pi by 2 by 2 pi. Pi cancel, we will get R by 4. If it is 90 degree, then it is 1/4 of the total circular coil. So whose resistance should be R by 4, that we got here. Okay. So this equation we can use for any arc with a center angle theta. Point B. Effective resistance between the ends of any arc we just found in point A resistance of any arc. Now here we have to find effective resistance between the ends of any arc with the center angle theta. Then to find effective resistance, we have to assume current entering at one point at one end of the arc and current leaving from the other end. To find effective resistance, we have to assume the current in the network always. So current entering at one arc and current leaving from the other. So the current divides into two pieces, right? I1 and I2. So this I1 reaches at this point and I2 also reaches there, and the current I leaves the network. So we can say if this point is A and this is B, we can say these two parts are parallel. These two parts are parallel. The small arc and the big arc are parallel because different currents are entering to the arcs. So we can say R arc parallel with R arc dash. We know equations of R arc and R arc dash here. So to get effective resistance, what we have to do? R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. That means R theta by 2 pi into R into 2 pi minus theta by 2 pi all divided by R theta by 2 pi plus R into 2 pi minus theta divided by 2 pi. Commonly on denominator, so we will get R theta by 2 pi into R into 2 pi minus theta by 2 pi all divided by, taking R by 2 pi outside, we will get here theta plus 2 pi minus theta. Taking R by 2 pi outside, here theta, here 2 pi minus theta only. Okay, so R by 2 pi is cancelled. Plus theta minus theta, it's also cancelled. What are the remaining quantities? R theta by 2 pi into 2 pi minus theta by 2 pi. So R effective equal to R theta by 2 pi into 2 pi minus theta divided by 2 pi, or R effective equal to R theta into 2 pi minus theta all divided by 4 pi square. This is the equation of effective resistance between the ends of any arc with a center angle theta. Okay, here is a question. R. Okay, 2R, 2R, 2R. Find the effective resistance between A and B. How to find? Just assume current entering at A. So that current should leave from B. So current entering at A divides into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Okay. One piece will flow through this arm. The current entering in this arm flows through these two R's. Okay, so we can say RR. These two R's are series. We will get 2R, right? 2R. Okay, now here we got a 2R and here also we are seeing a 2R. Okay. Ends of these two R's are same. Here 2R, one end at A, the other end here. For the second 2R, here also A and here ends are common for these two networks. Okay, so we can say this 2R and this 2R parallel. 2R parallel, we will get R, 2R by 2. So we got the effective of this network is R. Now here overall we are getting R series. we will get 2R. That 2R is parallel with this 2R. We will get R. That R is in series with this R. We will get 2R. That 2R is parallel with this 2R. We will get R. So, effectively we can draw the network R, R, R. Here it is B and here it is A. R, R, R. Okay, this is the equivalent network. How we got it? Once more. This R and this R are series, so we will get 2R. This 2R is in parallel with here this 2R, we will get R. That R is in series with this R, we will get 2R. That 2R is in parallel with this 2R, we will get what? R. That R is in series with this R, we will get 2R. That 2R is in parallel with this 2R, we will get R. That R and here also R. This is the equivalent network. So here we got 2R. 2R parallel with R. 2R parallel with R, we will get R effective equal to what? R1 into R2, 2R into R by R1 plus R, 3R. We will get effective resistance is 2R by 3. Next question. A, B, C, D. All resistors are identical, 10 ohm. Question is, find effective resistance between A and B. Here we have to take current entering at A and that current leaving from B. That current leaving from B. So, no connection at C and D. No connection at C and D. So, no need of taking these two resistors. Why? Current I entering at A will divide into two pieces here. Okay. The part of current reaching at this junction will not go towards C because there is no connection. That circuit is broken. So that current will directly flow towards B, and here also the current entering reaching at this junction will go towards right, not towards left because D is not connected. So now we can draw the equivalent network. This is the equivalent network AB. So we can say 10 same current flows, so series we will get 20 ohm here. Here also 10 series 20 ohm, 20 parallel with 20 we will get 10 ohm. So we can redraw the network again. 10 here it is B and it is A. 20 parallel we will get 10 here, 10. So effective resistance between A and B is 30 ohm. This is the answer. Next question. A, B, all resistors are identical, and here you can see a wire connected, two wires connected without resistance. So To do these type problems, we will take potential method. This method is called, this method of solving resistance connection is called potential method. So this method, you can see no resistance here, right? So this point is A, and here there is no any resistance. That means this point is also A. Here this is also A. It is directly connected to A. Okay, because the wire has no resistance here. And here this point, you can say this point is as directly connected to B. Okay, so this point we can take as B. Now you can draw the equivalent network. How to draw? Two ends of every resistances are A and B. For first resistance, one end is connected to A, the other end is connected to B. Second resistance, one end to A, the other end at B. And third resistance, one end to B, the other end to A. So we can redraw, or we can draw the equivalent network like this. A here, B here, R, three resistors are parallel, so R effective equal to R by 3. So wire with no resistance is connected in the network, then we have to apply potential method. Next question. A, B. Question is, find effective resistance between A and B. Find effective resistance between A and B. Just pause the video and try to solve it. Okay. Here you can see a wire with no resistance. Here resistance equal to 0. So we can say this point is also as directly connected to B. This is also B. Okay. This point is also B. Now we can redraw, or we can draw the equivalent network. First I am drawing A and B, right? Here it is A and here it is B. Okay. From A, there are two resistances in series connected to B. Okay. That I am drawing first. R. These two I made here. Now you can see a resistance is directly connected between A and B. A resistance is directly connected between A and B. So from A resistance is directly connected to B. Okay, that's also over. And here we have a resistance R here. In between these two resistors, and it is connected to B. So that is drawn here. Okay, that is connected from between these two R. This is the equivalent network. Now you can solve how R are parallel. R parallel, we will get effective R by 2. That R by 2 and this R series, R by 2 R series, we will get effective 3R by 2. So we can redraw this network again. No need of drawing it. I am just drawing A, B. Here it is R and here it is 3R by 2. So R parallel with 3R by 2. To find effective R1 R2 into R1 plus R2, R into 3R by 2 by R plus 3R by 2. R into 3R by 2 divided by 3R by 2 is 1.5 R. 1.5 R plus R is 2.5 R, that is 5 by 2 R. So R by 2 cancel, 3R by 5. Effective resistance is 3R by 5. Okay, next question. A, B. All resistances are identical, equal to R. How to solve it? You can pause the video and try to solve. Okay. Now listen. Here we have no resistance, right? So this point is also A, and here also we have no resistance, so this point is B. Now you can see RR series, so 2R, and here RR series, so 2R, here RR series, so 2R, here RR series, so 2R. All 2Rs are connected to NB. All 2Rs are connected to NB. You can see here this network R plus R, 2R, one end A, the other end B. Here NB, 2R connected, one end at A and the other end at B. Here also one end at A, other end at B. Here also one end at A and other end at B. So by drawing the equivalent network, we will get 4 identical resistors, having magnitude 4R, having magnitude 2R connected in parallel between A and B. So R effective equal to 2R connected 4 times in parallel. So 2R by 4, we will get R by 2. This is the answer. Okay, next question. Okay, listen. Here I am giving a point C. Okay. And here I am giving a point D. Okay. C is not A because there is a resistance 10 ohm, and D is not B because there is a resistance 20 ohm. And here you can say no resistance here, so this point is C. And here also you have no resistance, so this point is also C. Like that you can say here there is no any resistance, so this point is B. And here there is no resistance, this point is D. So when you are thinking about the resistances inside this circle or inside this curve, you can see for this 2 ohm, one end is connected at C and the other end is connected at D. For this 2 ohm, one end at C, the other end at D. For 4 ohm, one end at D, the other end at C. For 6 ohm, one end at C and the other end at D, and for 6 ohm here also one end at C and one end at D. So the resistance inside this curve all are parallel. So we can redraw the network. First A, and here I am drawing B. A, B, 20 ohm, 10 ohm. And here I am marking C and here I am marking D. Okay, between C and D there are how many resistance? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 resistances between C and D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resistances. 2 ohm, 2 ohm, 4 ohm, 6 ohm, 6 ohm. This is the equivalent network. Now you can take 2 parallel. What will you get? 2 parallel, 2 by 2, 1 ohm. And here 6 parallel, you will get 6 by 2, 3 ohm. So you can again redraw the network. 10, B 20 ohm. Between A and B there is 2 points C and D. Between C and D now there are 3 resistors only. Okay, the center 4 ohm, and here it is 1 ohm, and at the bottom it is 3 ohm. What is effective resistance between C and D? 1 by RCD, effective resistance between C and D, we will get 1 by 1 ohm plus 1 by 4 ohm plus 1 by 3 ohm. Okay, how to solve it? We can multiply this equation with 12 because 4 and 3 will go in 12. So 12 by RCD equal to what? 12 plus 3 plus 4. We will get 19. So RCD we will get 12 by 19 ohm. RCD is 12 by 19 ohm. So while redrawing this network again, we will get A here 10, C here, D here, it is 12 by 19, and B here it is 20 ohm. 10 plus 20, 30. 30 plus 12 by 19 is the answer. So effective resistance is 30 ohm plus 12 by 19 ohm. This is the answer or effective. Next question. A is here and this is B. All resistances are identical, but here you can see an arm without resistance. Find the effective resistance between A and B. Just pause the video and try to solve. Here this point cannot be B and cannot be A because there are resistors, right? And here this point also cannot be B and cannot be A. So I am giving a point X here. So the same X is also this one. Okay. And now we can redraw the equivalent network. A, B, between A and B there is a resistor here. First I am drawing that resistance, this first resistance. Now between A and B there are 2 resistors, and at the middle there is a point X. So from A to X there is a resistance. This point I am giving as X, resistance number 2. Okay. From A to X there is another resistance here, resistance number 3. Okay. From A to X there is another resistance, resistance number 3. Okay, now From B to X there is a resistance R, resistance number 4. Resistance number 4. And from B to X one more resistance R here, resistance number 5. Now we can solve this easily. How? 5 and 4 are parallel. All are same resistance R. So we will get R by 2 here. And here also 3 and 2 are parallel. So we will get what? So we will get R by 2. All are identical, right? And here this is also R. So we will get R by 2 series, that is R. R by 2. And there is one R at the bottom. This is B and here it is A. So R by 2 series we will get R. That R and R are parallel. So effective resistance is R by 2. Effective resistance is R by 2. The point is taken as X. It is not A and it is not B. So drawing the equivalent network, we will get the resultant. Next question. This point is B and here it is A. Resistance R, 3R. A is not connected to the circumference of the circular network. Find effective resistance between A and B. How to calculate? You can see A and B are not directly connected, right? Here is a common point. That common point I am giving as X. And now you can see if this point is B, this also will be B because there is no network here. And this point also B because there is no resistance here. Okay, so you can see the three R's are connected to B and X. So while drawing the equivalent network, 3R, here the point is X, again one more 3R, again one more 3R, 2X, 3R, and from X there is a resistance R, to A. This is the equivalent network. So how many 3Rs are parallel here? 3 3Rs are parallel. So here we will get 3R by 3. This is R. 3R by 3R. That R is series with R. So we will get effective resistance R effective equal to R plus R 2R. Okay, next question. Okay then. Okay, here is the question. Find the effective resistance between A and B. A 6-volt battery is connected, a circular network. Here there is no any resistance in this arm, right? So this point is also A. Okay, and here you can see a 3 ohm resistance. From A there are two resistances starting, 2 ohm and 6 ohm, and here from B two resistances are starting, 3 ohm and a 1.5 ohm, but 1.5 ohm is not directly connected to A. There is a common point X at the middle. Now we can redraw the equivalent network. 6 volt battery, 6 volt battery, and this point we can take it as A, and here we can take it as B. From A there is a resistance 3 ohm directly to B. So first I am drawing that 3 ohm directly to B. This is 3 ohm. Now there are 3 other resistances, 2 ohm, 6 ohm, 1.5 ohm, and there is a common point X at the middle. So from A to X there are 2 ohm and 6 ohm. Two ohm, 6 ohm from A to X. This point is taken as X, and from X to B there is only 1.5 ohm. 1.5 ohm. This is the equivalent network. Now you can calculate 2 and 6 are parallel. 2 and 6 parallel, you will get 2 into 6 by 2 plus 6 is 8, 12 by 8, or you will get 3 by 2 ohm or 1.5 ohm. This is 1.5, 3 by 2 is 1.5, okay. 3 by 2 is series with 1.5, so you will get 3 ohm. So at the top you will get 3 ohm, and again 3 ohm at the bottom, and they are connected to the battery, 6 volt battery. A here, B here, 3 ohm, 3 ohm. So R effective is 3 parallel, we will get 3 by 2, 3 parallel 2 times, so 3 by 2, or 1.5 ohm is the effective resistance. Okay, here is a question. Find the effective resistance between A and B. All resistances are identical, capital R. How to find? Okay, listen. All resistances are capital R, so we can say RR. These are parallel, we will get R by 2 here, right? And like that we will get R by 2 at the bottom too. Okay, now listen here. This point and these 2 points I am giving C and D. Both C and D are same points because there is no resistance. So we can say these 2 R's are parallel, we will get R by 2, and these 2 R's are parallel, we will get R by 2. Here also you can say this is R by 2 effective, and here also R parallel, we will get R by 2. This is R and here it is also R. All resistances are capital R. Now we can draw the equivalent network, right? From A, there is a resistance R. This is a resistance, okay. And from B, there is a resistance R. This resistance. And from A to B, here is an R by 2, here is an R by 2, here is an R by 2 at the top. 3 R by 2s are there at the top. R by 2, R by 2, R by 2. There is again R by 2, R by 2, R by 2 at the bottom too. From A to B, R by 2, R by 2, R by 2. And these are R. R by 2 plus R by 2 plus R by 2, 3R by 2. 3R by 2 plus 3R by 2 parallel with 3R by 2. So we will get 3R by 4 at the middle. Then 1 R here and again 1 R here. A and B. So we have to add these all to get effective resistance. R plus R, 2R plus 3R by 4. 2R plus 3R by 4, okay, 8R plus 3R by 4, we will get the answer as 11R by 4. Okay, next question, last question of the video lecture. All resistances are identical. I am giving numbers to resistors. First R, second resistance, third resistance, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay. Find the effective resistance between A and B. How to find? Listen here very carefully. Here there is no resistance, so this point is A. And here there is no resistance, this point is also A. Okay, and here there is no resistance, so this junction is also A and this point is also A. Okay, now start from B. This junction is B, so this point is B and this point is also B. I am going to here, this junction is B and this junction is also B. Okay, now look, resistor number 3. At two ends there are A is resistance 3 is connected to A at both ends. That means there is no current through the resistor 3. If a bulb is connected, two wires of bulb connected to positive terminal of a battery, or the two ends are connected to negative terminal of a battery, no current will flow. One end should be at positive terminal, then the second end should be at the negative terminal. So here current in resistance 3 is 0 because both ends are connected at the same point. So no need of thinking about the third resistor. Now look, other resistors. First resistor, one end at A, other end at B. Second resistor, one end at A, other resistor at B. Third resistor, no need of thinking about it. Fourth resistor, one end at A, the other end at B. Fifth resistor, one end at A, other at B. Sixth resistor, one end at A and the other end at B. So when we are drawing the equivalent network, we will get 5 resistors in parallel. 5 resistors in parallel. Okay, no need of including the third one. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. These 6 resistors are parallel between A and B, so we will get R effective all are identical, so R by 5 is the answer. Okay friends, this video lecture is over here. I think you got the best idea or a clear idea about solving combination of resistors using potential method, and in part 8, current electricity part 8, we will discuss 2 more methods how to solve a combination of resistors. Okay, thank you for watching. Best of luck. Okay, keep going good.